Hi guys, today we're at the Ali Pali, normally the home of darts.
Will be feeling pretty relaxed now, still know there's work to do and he knows that Ryan Meekling's going to go.
And music gigs. But today we're talking tools. So I'm here with Jason and he's going to talk us through the new Izuzu.
Yeah, so here we've got the new facelifted V-Cross. This one's a manual, so it retails at just under 38,000 plus VAT.
Yeah.
Mega reliable trucks, 5-year, 125,000 mile warranty. You can actually drive these at car speed limits, which is 60 on a single carriageway and 70 on a dual carriageway. And we are the only pickup manufacturer that's able to do that. All to do with weight. Still a commercial vehicle, but it becomes a dual purpose vehicle.
Okay.
So it's really good bonus for us.
Yeah.
But Isuzu is renowned for its reliability. They're the largest diesel engine manufacturer in the world. So we're here really to show the public, the tradesmen, what they can have as a dual purpose vehicle really.
Yeah.
Use it for the family, but also get all the kit in the back. Drives like a car. So you've not got that sort of van feel when you're driving it. Easy to park. It's got sensors, cameras, and all the latest safety systems on it. It's got what we call it ADAS, Advanced Driver Assist. So you've got all your autonomous braking, your lane keep systems, automatic braking as well if someone walks across the back.
All right, so it's lighter, is it, than other trucks? Is that
just
why?
Slightly?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So it has to be under 2,040 kg unladen weight.
Right.
So unladen means no fuel, no oils, no person in it, and these come in just under.
Oh right, that's clever. So they got it just under the bracket.
Yeah,
clever.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay.
So yeah.
And does that make it better on fuel then as well?
Yeah. It's good on economy. And it's just a good all-round, strong, reliable truck. Reliability is the key with these.
Yeah.
A lot of the other manufacturers have issues here and there. Certain brands have bigger problems than others. We don't. They're a truck manufacturer.
It's all they make, isn't it? They just make these,
Yes. So they're not trying to sell you, a small family car or a pickup. It's, they're properly...
Speciality.
The dealers are second to none. They're properly trained on the vehicle. So when you go in, they know exactly your needs. They're not sort of normal salesmen that sell cars trying to deal with something that they're not so sure about.
They know all the factors. Okay. Do you want to show us some of the features of it, or is that?
Yeah. We can go inside and have a look. It's a 3.5 ton towing capacity.
Okay.
And you can carry over a ton in the back, so that gives it its commercial quality. So you can get the VAT back, which is an important thing, obviously, for businesses. On here, you've got your adaptive cruise control, so you can set the distance of how far you want it to follow the car in front. You put a maximum speed setting in, and then the car will go, or the truck will go up to that speed, but it will also slow down with the traffic, speed up with the traffic. There's a steering wheel symbol there. That assists the steering for you on motorways and dual carriageways, so you can feel it steering for you. It's obviously not supposed to be hands-free, but you can do it for about 10 seconds.
You risk it.
And then on the side, this is all your entertainment. You've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto on the big screen in the middle.
Yeah.
Dual zone climate control. And then your 4-wheel drive modes is on the little dial there. So
that's
you've got
up above,
rear-wheel drive
here,
rear-wheel drive for normal driving on dry surfaces. And then on mud and grass and sand, you can turn it to 4 high. And then when the going gets really tough, you can stop and select 4 low. You've got a rear diff lock standard as well. And new to this this facelift is the rough terrain mode. There's a button in the middle there.
Okay.
That enhances the traction control and controls the throttle output to give you absolute maximum traction off-road. And it is brilliant because we've done a big event with the press on a very muddy track on road tyres.
Yeah.
And it was real difference to what the previous model was.
Yeah.
So
that controls how much it slips.
It'll bite the wheels that are slipping much harder on the brake than before.
Okay.
So it does really well, and we've obviously got hill descent control with that as well.
Yeah.
And even things like your cup holders for your coffees to go in.
Oh yeah.
They just slot out there. Storage everywhere. You've got sunglasses storage there.
Yep.
You've got your centre cubby box. You've got another one here. You've got 2 glove boxes there. You've got a top storage there.
Yeah. It's
auto dimming mirror, it's just like a luxury car, full leather, electric seat adjustment.
Because I know the initial Izuzus, they were relatively basic because they were a truck.
They were more
works
commercial.
vehicle. This feels really nice in it. It feels
So
like
the
a
good
proper-
thing with this is you get the commercial strength and build quality of the underpinnings, but then you've got a luxury car interior now.
Yeah.
So you've got your full leather and leather steering wheel.
The
It's
big
very
screen
quiet, it's
and,
got
yeah.
a good sound system in it. Surround sound speakers in the roof here, so you get real good sound.
It's really nice. Wow, impressive bit of kit.
It is.
Thank
And
you
good
very
value.
much.
You're welcome.
Cheers. That's really good. So we're with Dom at Big Wipes, and you're going to show us what the wipes can do and what they can get rid of.
Absolutely. Okay, take a look at this, guys. This is carbon black silicon sealant. Yes, this is just about sort of the worst thing you can get in your hands
Horrible
towards
stuff.
your surfaces. We'll up the ante though a little bit. So we'll add a little bit of it's actually oil-based high gloss. Yeah, this is much harder to shift than water-based paint. We can have a little bit of black graphite grease in there, a little bit of mechanical grease. That is just about the worst of it. So if you ever got that messy, you want to be looking for this. It's a heavy-duty Big Wipes. You've got the yellow tub, the red lid, and you've got this great blue fabric inside. Textured side of this fabric goes down on the area you want to clean, and it's a delicate combination of the fabric and the formula that gets you out of the muck. So you can see, if I just peel that back, you can see that the fabric's already starting to work its way. The biggest cost to you guys on the tools is your time. So you want to be able to clean up and crack on as quickly as possible. So I'll be brave and call it there. And that is about 5 seconds. Beauty about this fabric is that you can then use that same dirty side onto the other hand, and it will not redeposit any of that dirt and grime back.
So that was the same side you flipped it over and then went into the... Really?
Exactly that. So
the
look at
chemical
that.
keeps eating
there
through
you
it,
go.
I
So
suppose,
look,
is it?
can't get it back out.
That is mad.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You've got to look after the most expensive tool.
Yeah, exactly.
that you own.
There you go. So what do different colours do? What's the...
So, simple terms, the juice inside is exactly the same. The only difference being in the fabrics. This is actually a 100% biodegradable surface fabric.
Okay.
So what you find sometimes with that red fabric, the blue fabric, sorry, in the red tub, is it's not overly absorbent across the surface. So that's why we introduced that. Again, 100% biodegradable. It's got the FSC chain of custody as well, so it's sourced responsibly. Which obviously is super important.
Yeah, wow, it's very impressive. Well,
there you go.
Thanks very much. I'm going to shake your hand as well because it's clean.
Got clean hands so we can
Cheers.
shake.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
With Bosch, you think durability, you think power, right? And when it comes to power, nothing gets more powerful than this fella up here.
Okay.
Now this is a 150 Newton meter torque combi.
Wow.
Combi drill driver, right? The power on it is incredible. 150 Newton meters of torque, most powerful drill on the market, right? But with all that power, you need safety too, right? So with this, you see this here? Kickback control, okay? So that means when you're using it and then you snag, right?
Yeah.
And the drill goes mental, you want to save your wrist.
Yeah,
Right.
otherwise it
So,
snaps off the... Yeah.
Finger on the trigger, ready?
Wow, and it shuts
Finger
off.
still on shuts straight off.
Wow.
That's a safety feature, right? Reason being, if you're up there at the top of the ladder, right, and you're drilling away, and then it snags, 150 Newton meters of torque,
Yeah.
that's either taking your arm off or bringing you with it, right? So it needs to cut out. Off it goes. Finger on the trigger, right? If you're doing a high draw, application, and you don't want that, because that can get a bit annoying, keep going, you can just turn that off,
Wow.
right? Drill all day then. If you're doing a large bit of hole sawing or something, and it keeps snagging, you can just turn that straight off, right? But then if you take the battery off, default is back to kickback.
Yeah.
Right, so it's a very smart bit of kit. Come over here. So,
I like how it has the alarm light as well. You know, it's when it's flashing, it knows what you're up to. Yeah.
see this little button here, little angle? Press that. You've got 45 degrees, 60 degrees, or little phone icon, right? And because this is a connected tool, you can get your toolbox app on your phone and you can set that up to it, and then you can set any angle between 0 and 90 degrees. On the machine itself, you've got 45 and 60. So just to show you what that does, if you set it to 45 degrees, that tool goes, the top of the light there, I'll do it again for you. The light at the top there goes yellow, yellow, green, and that means it's calibrated to the surface that you put it on, right? What will then happen is, because you've done 45 degrees, it will tell you when you're at 45 degrees.
Oh, wow. So you know you're going exactly in that angle where
Exactly.
you're drilling. Oh,
Exactly.
right, okay.
Unbelievably smart tool.
Yeah.
And they're getting smarter and smarter, these machines.
So is that the same tech that when it twists, it knows the angle, so then you can use that as the angle for the drilling?
Exactly.
Right, amazing.
Exactly that. It's the exact same. It's an MEMS sensor, it's called. And it's the same sensor that you got on your phone.
Oh, yeah,
Goes horizontal and vertical. Bosch invention.
Yeah, wow.
We're an electronics company.
Yeah.
We've got the best batteries, we've got the best machines. So yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, well, thank you very much.
My
That's
pleasure.
great. That's good.
My pleasure.
Thank you. So we're here with Kieran at Chumpfix, and could you talk us through your invention and what you've got here?
Yeah, what we've got is a new fixing. It's designed to help fix anything to plasterboard, and it actually sits behind the plasterboard, reinforces the plasterboard. Also great for lather and plaster, where electricians have great problems fixing. If the plasterboard's damaged, it doesn't actually need anchoring in the plasterboard, it sits behind. So it's quite simple that just hold that.
Yep.
If you just bend it, and you poke it above the plasterboard, it sits above the plasterboard, and you put 2 screws up inside and it'll hold it to the ceiling.
So that tag is how you pull it down?
And you hold it down so the screws fit in, and then once you've used it, you can cut the tag off or just push it back up into the ceiling and it disappears. The light fitting will sit on the ceiling securely.
Amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, and I saw here you've got a load of weight on top of the underneath to show you how much it holds.
We're just demonstrating 50 kilos today.
Yeah,
We've done more, but we're demonstrating 50
Don't want to risk any more. Yeah. And you invented this yourself?
Yes.
So were you electrician before, or?
Yes, electrician, but also had a problem in my own house where I couldn't get a good fixing in the ceiling.
Yeah.
So I just went to the garage, tried pieces of plastic, either too thin, cracked, wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Had a 3D printer, started 3D printing.
Oh really? First one was 3D printed?
First one was 3D printed.
Amazing.
That got the light fitting on the ceiling. Showed it to a friend of electrician. He said, I need some of those. So I printed some more for him, and it's gone from there.
And now here you are.
Yes, yeah.
And the name, I love the name, Chumpfix. Where did that come from?
We just thought something to remember.
Yeah.
Because everyone's got, a friend, a mate, got electrician's mate, plumber's this, or fisherman's friend. We just thought something which people remember.
Yeah.
And if you think somebody who's a chump, you'll still like him. He makes mistakes, but you enjoy being with him.
It's a nice
and
chump.
It's memorable. Yeah, exactly. Chump is a nice person.
Yeah.
So it's memorable.
Yeah.
People ask me, why did you choose it? And say, well, you can remember it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You've nodded, you said yes.
It's definitely,
it works.
It's definitely very memorable. That's we saw you and definitely stood out. So
it works.
Thank you very much.
So thank you.
That's great. Cheers. Thanks. So I'm here with Nigel at the Dewalt stand, and we're going to go through some new tools you've got in the new range.
Certainly,
Yeah.
So got the new 3-speed combi.
Yep.
This is a DCD 1007, 175 newton meters of torque. That's our most powerful 3-speed. So much so that when you take the side handle off, it's got it's splined.
Well, that's the extra grip on the side.
You've got a directional light there. You can actually have that on for 20 minutes.
Wow,
or
bright
20
as well.
seconds, yeah. So you've got residual light if you need it. So that's our new 3-speed, 2007. We have the DCF 870. This is our quiet impact driver.
Okay.
Not silent, but quiet. It's almost 50% quieter than your standard.
Right.
I could show you that on a little quick demo.
Yeah, let's have a listen,
So have a listen to the noisy one first. So
that's pretty loud.
That's 205 newton meters.
Wow.
And this, believe it or not, is 50 newton meters. If you want to go quieter,
it goes even quieter.
That's slower.
Yeah.
So if you've got to work in quiet conditions,
and protect your ears as well at the same time.
And everyone's around. The thing with impact drivers, the sound reverberates around the room.
Yeah.
Whereas this is oil filled. So that's the DCF 870.
Okay. And is the oil the thing that quietens it down?
Oil filled
okay.
reservoir in it, yeah, which is a sealed reservoir, so you don't have to keep your engine. Yeah?
No.
The standard impact has like a hammer inside.
Yeah.
This doesn't have that.
Okay.
So that's why it doesn't. That's why it doesn't need the extra power.
Yeah.
And guys are loving that. And if you want a torch, you've got the 20-minute 9 halo there as well. Our new first fix nailer. DCN 930. Main improvements with this, it's got the workings of our concrete nailer in there. So a lot more robust than the previous model. The motor runs all the time, whether it's on single fire or bump fire. You've got a joist hanger, and you've got a belt clip here.
Yep.
Depth gauge there, and your reset button for the flywheel if it does misfire.
Yep.
The main thing you have to remember about this is that it needs 1,000 nails through the system before it's running. A bit like a new car.
Okay.
But this will fire nails as quick as you can do it in bump fire. So bump fire now. That's 90mm nails there.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm here with Paul from CleanBoot, and they're going to show us your product.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're familiar with these kind of single-use throwaway plastic shoes.
Very familiar, yep.
Yeah, everyone agrees they're really not up to the job. People call them cheap and cheerful.
Yeah.
You'll buy them in a pack of 100, but
Yep.
it's not 100. It's 50 because it's 100 pieces. And by the time you've opened the packet, you're lucky to get 35 pairs out of them.
Yeah.
So they also don't fit anyone really over a size 10. So they rip as soon as you put them on.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine, Australian plumber, he lost all the money on one of his biggest jobs because he's one of his Fijian guys was size 15, just couldn't get these on.
He couldn't get them in his... Yeah.
Left muddy footprints all over the job site, and then he couldn't claim from his insurance. So he chopped up an old wetsuit because he was a surfer, and he came up with his first prototype of the original CleanBoot.
Right.
It's made from sporting goods grade neoprene, and it's got this added benefit of a carpet gripping sole. So whereas these slip on wooden floors and carpet, the grip gets better with age. So the product fits in 4 sizes and fits over most boots, easy on, easy off. And at the end of the day, end of the week, you turn them inside out, put them in the washing machine at home, 30 Celsius, just drip dry them. Drip dry them like this. If you do it like that, they'll be full of water. Just don't tumble dry them, that's the only thing to look out for. A pair of these will last 5 minutes, a pair of these will last 5 months.
Yeah, amazing.
Thank you.
All right, and how much is a pair of those?
So typically about 25 to 30 pound a pair.
Okay.
If you go online and look for them in the UK. Right now at the show we're doing 2 pairs for 35 pounds, only today and tomorrow at the Alexandra Palace Toolfair.
Right. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much. That's
Thanks,
really
Doc.
good. Cheers. Thanks. So we're Greg at Readylite, and can you talk us through the lights?
Yeah, we do a range of 3 different lights to suit all common batteries from Makita, Dewalt, Bosch, Milwaukee, Hilti, Festool,
and they all work.
Common brands.
Yeah.
18 volt battery. Most common is the 5 amp hour. So this one's got the 5 amp hour. That's actually got 6 amp hour. So that's got the Makita on it. That's the L light. Then there's a medium, which is that one there. That's the medium. That goes up to 4,000 lumens. That one goes up to 10,000 lumens. Wow. And then you've got the tripod, which goes up to 10,000 lumens again.
Okay.
Now, they are the task lights, which is these 2, are IK10 rated. That one is IK8 rated.
Okay.
So IK10 means obviously I can do that on the floor, pick it up, battery, so whatever battery you use, that's a Metabo adapter, that one. That's a Metabo battery.
That's what I was going to ask. How do they actually interchange? So you've got a special adapter for each one. Okay.
So each one has got an adapter. So we've got an adapter for Dewalt, adapter for Bosch's standard, so they fit Bosch's standard. So the Bosch one fits straight on because they're manufactured in Europe.
Right.
Poland, we get them manufactured there. So the Bosch's standard.
Yeah.
And then you get the adapter to suit.
Yeah.
So the range, so you've got all the ones: Bosch, Dewalt, Milwaukee, Metabo, Makita, Festool, and also Hilti.
Yeah. So anyone on site, say who's got a battery left, we're running out of light, can we swap to that one?
Come swap to that one, yeah. So they can, most tradesmen will have their own range. That's why we did it, so they
can take anything,
battery,
exactly, yeah.
So,
and if you've got different tools, some people have different as well, and then you can just rotate between your own set.
Now that's the M, so that's up to 4,000 lumens.
Yeah.
But on the lowest setting, so if I put it on that setting, that'll do 22.5 hours on that setting.
Wow.
So on a 5 amp hour battery, 22.5 hours. But then it's got 4 modes, so it goes to that one, that one, that one.
Whoa, yeah. Shouldn't have looked at it.
And then that's the same, 4 modes. 1, just watch your eyes.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Great bit of kit.
And then that is a separate tripod. So that's a separate tripod. That there comes off. So that's your task light. And then if the tripod comes separate.
Okay.
So we sell that separate. It's an easy clip, so it's just literally clips on, straight onto there like that, slide on there like that.
And has it got attached on the bottom as well? Yeah.
Yeah, just so it literally just it's got like a crocodile clip there.
Yep.
Just straight on.
Wow. Easy as that.
Very simple.
Yeah.
And then that one is adaptable, so you can tilt it backwards.
And is that dual off the same battery? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's off the same battery, so you've got the light in there, you turn that one on, and that's 12 and a half hours on that one. But it runs up to 10,000 lumens.
Wow.
So it's very bright again.
Very clever bit of kit. Amazing interchangeable battery stuff, that's really clever.
That's why, I mean, robust, they are, as you see that lamp, waterproof, fully waterproof. So you could drop that in water, take it out, dry it off. Obviously, as soon as you attach the battery, that creates a voltage, so it's not waterproof. But as you see that lamp there, fully waterproof.
So if there's a lock site, you can even leave it overnight, leave it outside, it'll be fine.
Fully waterproof, And it's fully dust rated. It's impact resistant, like I showed you, you can drop it.
Yeah.
You can also, so you can stand on that.
Wow.
So it'll all come with 5-year warranty.
Brilliant. Okay, well, Readylite. Seen it here.
And we got, sweet.
Oh wow, thank you very much. Cheers, thank you. So I'm here with James at Parotec Solutions. Could you talk us through your systems and what you're doing?
Sure, so we specialise in the storage and protection of, mainly high value goods, and that includes tools. So we do CNC routed foam and laser etching to protect anything from hand tools right through to the nose cones of missile. We have heavy duty cases which are military spec or just plastic cases for presenting. So really whatever people need to either present in a nice way or protect because of its value or its necessity, we're the people to come to.
Okay, and do you have a sort of bank of images just to cut around, and how does that work?
So everything is done custom. Two ways: either items are sent to us and we scan them in-house with our design team, or we have a green sheet that we can send out and people take photographs of the items, email them back to us, and then we can just digitize those and do the profiles based on that.
Oh, wow, okay, and the computer just figures it out and then figures out the best layout as well, for the sizes.
Not the computer, we still use people to do that, but it knows the contours of the shapes that we're trying to do, so it saves people sending things to us all the time.
Okay, and you said you do missiles as well, missile noses?
We have done in the past.
Really?
Obviously they're the kind of things that need protecting the most, and we did a project for that.
I bet, they need to be safe.
Yeah.
Well, that's really interesting, thank you very much.
No problem.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks.